Hi everyone. We love to travel so much that we decided to make it a permanent lifestyle. We recently took a trip to southwest United States. Starting off in Colorado, we headed through West Utah into northern Arizona. In 10th place is LaSalle Pass, outside of Old LaSalle, not far from Moab, Utah.
We made it.
Although this video is featuring some of the less vibrant times of year, you can see from the photos we've included just how breathtaking it really is during the warmer months. There are plenty of camping spots situated around the beautiful mountain terrain, so it's perfect for spending a weekend away. And to think of something so beautiful is only number 10. Keep watching to see what other wonders we have found. If any of the places on this list are not up to your liking, I have chapters below. 2023 promises to bring some exciting times. We will be spending almost a year traveling the Gulf Coast from southwest Texas to the Florida Keys, then north up the East Coast all the way to Nova Scotia, Canada. We will be documenting it all and releasing videos on a weekly basis and most likely shorts every couple of weeks. And now on to spot number 9. Mexican Hat, Utah is an extraordinary place located right on the San Juan River in southern Utah. The town got its name from the unique rock formation that sits on the edge of town and resembles a Mexican hat. Mexican Hat is nothing extraordinary on its own, but what makes it so special is its central location to some of the most incredible natural wonders in the area. Just a short drive away is the Valley of the Gods, Monument Valley, Gooseneck State Park, and the Moki Dugway. The Moki Dugway is a road that winds its way up the side of a cliff and offers stunning views of the valley below. No matter what you are looking for, Mexican Hat is the perfect place to explore and create lasting memories. We stayed at the San Juan Inn that you see here. What a beautiful place to wake up to. If you need a bite to eat, there is also a Native American restaurant on the premises. And now on to number 8. Monument Valley is an awe-inspiring landscape situated between Arizona and Utah. This renowned desert region makes for stunning vistas, which could be even described as, well, without being too cheesy, as bordering on spiritual. It's no wonder that the area has often been the backdrop of iconic Western films, including Forrest Gump, where he decided it was time to stop running and go home. As incredible as Monument Valley looks, though, its beauty cannot be overstated. It must be experienced in person. As Google stated, the park, frequently a filming location for Western movies, is accessed by the looping 17-mile Valley Drive. The famous steeply sloped Mittens Buttes can be viewed from the road or from overlooks such as John Ford's Point. Now on to number 7. This one is a little bit different as it is not a single place, but multiple places with similar features. Talking about Native American pueblos. The first was Montezuma Castle National Monument right off of Interstate 17, halfway between Phoenix and Flagstaff. The second was, please excuse me for probably butchering the pronunciation, Wupatki National Monument just north of Flagstaff. They were both quite amazing. Montezuma Castle was the grander of the two spots, but was only one structure built into the side of the cliff, whereas Wapatki was a bunch of smaller structures strewn all over the landscape. We even got the chance to climb through one of them. A bit of a bonus that Wapatki is just south of it along the only road there is Sunset Crater Volcano National Monument. It looked like we were in Hawaii getting to hike through the old, cooled lava. The stuff is super sharp, so you don't want to veer off the trail and accidentally fall. That could be bad. All in all, it was a fun day. Walked, climbed, and learned a little bit about the past of our country. During our southwest travels, we stopped at Sedona, Arizona, where we were absolutely blown away by the beauty. We had never seen anything quite like it before. The red rocks and the way they contrast with the blue sky is something that we will never forget. We had the opportunity to hike, off-road, and just see the absolute beauty of Sedona. But the trip turned spiritual for us when we had the chance to sit in silence and just take it all in. We felt so connected to the earth and all of its beauty. We felt alive. If you are looking for a place to relax, reset, and find some peace, I would highly recommend Sedona. It was an amazing experience, and we are already planning our next trip. Most people think Sedona is in the middle of the desert, but as you can see here, it is very much on the green side of things. Sedona just happens to be surrounded by the desert. Sedona has it all: nature, hiking, off-roading, helicopters, amazing food, and a mall on the main street. What an incredible place. Alright, we have made it to the top half of our top 10. 4 of the next 5 are all in the Moab area. You know we are getting into some good stuff when the next few in this list from this trip also made it into our entire 2022 best of list, and we saw some amazing things in 2022, so this speaks volumes. We are now in Arches National Park. We have been here many times. We have made it here once or twice every year for the last couple of years running. If you think there's a lot to do in Sedona, there is 10 times as much to do in the Moab area. More world-class off-roading, more hiking, more mountain biking. Then there's water activities in the Colorado River, more adventures, just more of everything. It's not as spiritual, but you will never be short of something to do. From the green oases in the mountains to the deserts, canyons, spires, arches, and rivers. On to number 4. We start off at the potash evaporation ponds. These can be seen from Google Maps. They change color depending on how much they have evaporated, from dark blue to super bright blue to purples and even pinks. If you have a 4x4, you can drive up there and get a nice view of the mountains in the background. Had so much fun driving off the beaten path that almost nobody ever makes it to, and if there is a puddle, it is guaranteed that I will drive through it. If you continue on, you will end up at Thelma and Louise Point, where they drove their car off the cliff at the end of the movie. And if you continue further on still, you end up at Schaefer Canyon Road. You will see more of that further up the list in this video. There is usually almost no one in this area, and with the utter beauty that is to be seen, this makes it into the top half of our list with ease. You need a 4x4 to get here, but most people go to the more challenging places, so leaves this area empty of human traffic. You can do it in a mild crossover with all-wheel drive, but we would not recommend it. There are some pretty rocky sections. We saw a guy in a Subaru Forester. He made it, but he was going so slow it looked like he was having absolutely no fun at all. Number 3 is Corona Arch, just outside Moab, Utah. We like this place better than Arches National Park. Not only is it amazing, but 2 things stand out. There is almost no one there. That seems to be a recurring theme for us as of late. And second, there is more adventure, like climbing ladders and needing chains to help you climb up some of the steeper sections. If you want to see the entire hike, I will leave a link below. It is hard to fathom how big this arch is and that Mother Nature made it. There are also historical and native pictographs in the area if you know where to find them. There are 3 separate arches on this hike. 2 of them are together. Bowtie Arch is right next to Corona Arch. Then there is Pinto Arch, which adds about 1.2 miles to the day. If you want to see the arches but stay away from people, then this is the perfect place for you. Getting closer and closer to number 1. Second place takes us back to Mexican Hat, Utah. Valley of the Gods is just a short distance from there and an amazing drive. Not only is it fun to drive since it's sand and rocks and sometimes water fording, but it's absolutely breathtaking. 99% of it can be done with a car, but there is a couple of spots I would recommend a minimum of an all-wheel drive crossover. We recorded the entire drive. If you would like to see that, I will add the link below. The drive took about 1.5 hours, but we stopped and checked out a few spots. The entire thing can be done in about 30 minutes if you hauled ass the entire way through, but that would be no fun. You need to take your time and then enjoy yourself. Unlike Monument Valley, which is on tribal land and requires passes to go hiking or any other activities, the entire Valley of the Gods is on BLM land. You can hike and camp along the road. We saw a few campers parked a couple hundred feet off the road in some of the most scenic places you can imagine. No passes needed. And while you are at it, you should check out the Moki Dugway, a road on the side of the cliff that takes you up to the top of the bluffs on the north side of the valley. Finally, number 1. Any of the top 5 could have been number 1. The only reason we gave this one the glory of winning today is that we have never been here. As many times as we have been to the Moab area, Canyonlands has always slipped away from us. There is hiking and sightseeing from Island in the Sky, a fancy name for the high plateau that you are looking down into the breathtaking canyons. There are a few roads halfway down. Some of those take you into the other sections of Canyonlands, and most of them you need a 4-wheel drive to get around. Schaefer Canyon Road is the road on the side of the cliff, as you see in the video here. One of the scariest roads known to man. We did not drive it. I do not have balls of titanium. Here is a brief quote direct from the National Park System describing Canyonlands much better than I can. Canyonlands invites you to explore wilderness of countless canyons and fantastically formed buttes carved by the Colorado River and its tributaries. Rivers divide the park into 4 districts: Island in the Sky, the Needles, the Maze, and the rivers themselves. These areas share a primitive desert atmosphere, but each offers different opportunities for sightseeing and adventure. And another quote from Google. Canyonlands National Park in southern Utah is known for its dramatic desert landscapes carved by the Colorado River. Island in the Sky is a huge, flat-topped mesa with panoramic overlooks. Other notable areas include the towering rock pinnacles known as the Needles, the remote canyons of the Maze, and the Native American rock paintings in Horseshoe Canyon. Whitewater rapids flow through Cataract Canyon. These ravens are amazing. They were not scared at all of us, probably because people feed them. We did not. I got to within about 2 feet of them. Preening each other is a sign of affection to their mate. As far as science knows, they are monogamous and have the same mate for life. Thank you for watching our video. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. My wife and I are starting a new travel vlog. For the entirety of 2023, we will be traveling. We are doing the Gulf Coast of the United States from southwest Texas to the Florida Keys, then along the East Coast all the way up to Nova Scotia, Canada. We plan on documenting it all and releasing a video once a week. We like sharing all the amazing places we have been and that we will be going to.